Rumors and leaks about a brand new Switch swirling around the internet since pretty much the day that the Nintendo Switch got revealed. Everybody's been hyping up a Switch Pro, everybody's been hyping up a Switch 2, everybody just wants to see PlayStation 5 style graphics on a Nintendo handheld. And you know what? We might actually finally get to experience that. Let me tell you why. Recently at Gamescom, Nintendo held a behind closed door session where they basically brought in a whole bunch of developers and said, feast your eyes on this, players, because this is the Switch 2 and this is the power that we're bringing right to your freaking door, all right? What we now know is that these devs basically got a look at some kind of tech demo that was featuring Breath of the Wild. Except this isn't the Breath of the Wild that you're thinking of. This is Breath of the Wild on steroids. I'm talking about 4K, 60 FPS, high-res textures, insane lighting, RTX, ray tracing, 6 consoles, 14 computers, 10 consoles. You know what I'm saying? This is Breath of the Wild jacked up. And the Switch obviously isn't capable of that. So we know that the Switch 2 must be a more powerful device. And if we go by the recently leaked notes about the system, which are most likely fake, but could be not fake, it seems that some people got to look at a game that was basically like Final Fantasy VII, which could have been Final Fantasy VII Part 2, running on the Switch, and it looked like PS5 graphics. And you might think there's no way, because even if it's a rezzed up Breath of the Wild can only really look so good. I mean, even like the PC versions, they look great, but it's like, it doesn't obviously look like a PS5 game, but it does look really, really nice. But here's the thing, they were apparently shown basically the Matrix Unreal Engine 5 demo, except a different version of that, running on the Switch 2. Which means we are pretty much guaranteed that the Switch 2 is gonna be capable of at least PlayStation 4 Pro graphics. At least. Because who knows if they were actually seeing like that kind of level of Unreal Engine 5, because that obviously requires a lot. You need a really beefy kind of console or rig to get that shit going. And I don't know if a handheld can do that, like deliver on that kind of requirements. But it seems like these devs did get a look at that. They did get a look at what's coming, and it's going to be a powerful machine. It's not going to be held back anymore. They're not going to be the third distance place in terms of graphics and power. They're going to be able to make games that go wild because they're not going to be restricted anymore. Nintendo already has the creativity to go absolutely insane, and now finally they're going to have the power to take their dreams to the absolute limit, and it's going to be crazy. I literally can't wait to see what Nintendo can do at full force. And I'm sure the devs are happy to finally be able to get their hands on this and bring over games that people want on the go. That's the coolest thing. If this thing is a more beefy Steam Deck, basically, you're gonna be able to play anything on this and take it with you anywhere, and that's freaking awesome, dude. Like, no, seriously, think about it. People love the Steam Deck because they can take their Steam games on the go, and they're not restricted to these small indie games, or like titles that basically are like underperforming or whatever. Sorry, not underperforming, just like underpowered, because that's all the Switch can handle. So a Steam Deck, you could go a little bit above that, and now Switch 2 is gonna go above that. You're gonna be able to take anything with you, anything. Play anything anywhere. Those Switch commercials where it shows people like on the bus and like walking outside at the park and playing games, that could be you now with any game. Imagine any game on the Switch 2. If they're capable of showing Unreal Engine 5 level of stuff, an up-res Breath of the Wild, potentially Final Fantasy VII Part 2, which is rumored to be a launch title, that means Switch 2 is gonna be bonkers, dude. Bonkers. This is the Switch that we've been waiting for. This is a worthy successor to the Switch. It's got the power, it's got the portability. Apparently they got really small cartridges, like really small, but there's still gonna be backwards compatibility, which is good because people will be fucking pissed if they just ditch it. But also at the same time, I feel like they kind of gotta ditch it because they need to sell a new Smash and they need to sell a new Mario Kart. And if you could just backwards compatible those, I think a lot of people aren't gonna transfer over unless they make those games fucking awesome, which of course they will. It's Nintendo. Nintendo knows how to make great, fun games, so of course, it's a no-brainer. Here's the other thing too. Let's hold up for a second. Remember at the Wii reveal and they showed Red Steel and people were like, oh my God, the graphics are insane. As long as they don't do that again and the graphics are actually insane and the game is actually insane and it's fun to play and it's awesome, they're gonna have a massive success with the Switch 2. I mean, it's guaranteed. There's no even real point to say that because it's guaranteed. The Switch 2 is gonna sell 100 million units as long as it's not overpriced. But even then, it's Nintendo. And Nintendo kind of does whatever they want and it always works out for them. Other than the Wii U. The Wii U was a fucking disaster. Don't even try and fight me on that. The Wii U was a fucking disaster. Had some great games, but a fucking disaster of a console. The Switch 2, I doubt that will happen. Powerful, portable, awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait till we get to see it. Will we see it at the Nintendo Direct next week? Probably not. I'm sure it'll be revealed kind of the same situation, or maybe we will. Maybe we honestly will. No, we won't. Because I don't think they'll do that right before the holiday season, because then nobody's gonna buy for the holiday season. They're just gonna wait for next year. Unless it's coming out much sooner than we think, which is also possible. Nintendo kind of does whatever. That's the thing. They can announce something today and release it next week and it'll sell a bazillion. Because that's Nintendo. They're kind of like Rockstar in that way. They can realistically do anything they want to do. good for them, you know? Mario. I think what's most likely is that we're going to start seeing stuff early next year, and it'll come out later next year, and it's going to be freaking crazy. It's going to sell a zillion, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Nintendo almost never disappoints, and a brand new Mario, a brand new Zelda, brand new Metroid Prime 4, whatever the hell else they're working on, it's going to be fucking crazy, and it's going to look beautiful, and it's going to play wonderfully. No more under 30 FPS performance. No more 480p textures. No more garbage. No more settling for the bottom when they could reach for the top. And that's the power of the Switch 2, okay? Reaching for the top. Reaching for the stars? Give me it now, please.